Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this because today we are unpacking a historical example that completely challenged my own modern understanding of what it actually means to be truly reliable. We're looking at the life of Imam Ali ibn Hussein, who is also known as Zayn al-Abidin, and we're going to uncover a really profound concept derived directly from his life, which is exactly why trust ultimately defines true faith. Now, to really grasp the sheer weight of this story, we have to start in the immediate aftermath of immense sorrow, the tragedy of Karbala. This was a moment of profound, unimaginable grief and societal upheaval, where he lost nearly his entire family. Now, that is the kind of historical crucible that breaks most people. But it's exactly here, right in the shadow of this immense tragedy, that we see how Imam Zayn al-Abidin responded. We see how his character was forged rather than fractured by his environment. Because in the aftermath of all that sorrow, he didn't turn to bitterness. Instead, he became widely known for these three distinct traits: patience, worship, and honesty. And this wasn't just some passive coping mechanism. These characteristics literally became his absolute anchor in the storm. While the world around him was completely chaotic, how did he respond? Well, he cultivated an internal environment of incredible discipline. His patience grounded him, his worship connected him to a higher purpose, and his honesty, that became his defining method of interacting with the entire world. And this reputation for radical honesty led to something truly fascinating. He became known as the ultimate keeper of valuables. Now, put yourself in that mindset for a second. There were no digital banks, no insurance policies, no secure steel vaults back in the 7th century. Safekeeping meant physically handing over your life savings or your most precious goods to another human being with the absolute certainty they would be returned. People recognized his unbreakable integrity. Because of that, they trusted him so deeply they would bring their prized possessions directly to him. In a time of deep instability, his character was literally the most secure vault they could find. Now, what's really interesting about this is who exactly was doing the trusting. Because it wasn't just his devoted supporters. We have his followers on one side, sure, which makes sense. But on the other side, even his fiercest opponents, people who fundamentally disagreed with him, trusted his character completely. Think about that for a second. Even people who opposed him ideologically knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that his moral compass was entirely incorruptible. And this brilliantly illustrates the concept of trust beyond disagreement. It really highlights this incredible friction between ideological conflict and absolute moral trust. Imam Zayn al-Abidin never betrayed anyone's trust. It simply did not matter who they were, what their politics were, or how vehemently they disagreed with him. His commitment to honesty wasn't conditional, and it for sure wasn't reserved only for his friends. His integrity was a universal standard, and he applied it equally to absolutely everyone. Which brings us to this incredibly powerful number, 0. Throughout his entire life, while holding the precious goods and secrets of both allies and adversaries, there were exactly 0 instances of a betrayed trust. 0. Not a single slip, not a single rationalization of, well, they're my opponent, so it doesn't matter. 0. That is a level of absolute reliability that kind of forces us to completely reevaluate our own standards of behavior. And when it came time to give things back, his standard was just uncompromising. Whenever someone came to reclaim their belongings, Imam Zayn al-Abidin returned everything exactly as it had been entrusted. Not almost exactly, not missing a tiny piece, exactly. He treated the property of others with a sacred level of respect, safeguarding it perfectly from the very second it left their hands to the exact moment it was returned. The ultimate evidence of faith, it isn't just found in a prayer room. It's found in honesty. It's found in trustworthiness and excellent character. So the crucial point is that true faith isn't just a set of private rituals. It's demonstrated through these specific, tangible actions. His life serves as a definitive statement that you cannot separate your spiritual devotion from how reliably and honestly you treat your neighbors, your friends, and even those who completely oppose you. Trust defines true faith. So how does this actually build into real-world results? Well, the source highlights a dual impact of these traits. First, excellent character brings people closer to Allah. It elevates a person spiritually, making their daily actions a direct extension of their highest values. Second, it earns the respect of others. It elevates a person socially. This is the harmony of excellent character, right? It fulfills a divine obligation while simultaneously creating a highly functional, trusting human society. Which leaves us with this profound moral drawn directly from his life. A believer protects every trust and treats all people with honesty and justice. Every trust. All people. No exceptions. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to carry with you today. If your character is the ultimate measure of your faith, and your trustworthiness is the ultimate measure of your character, who are you when someone hands you their trust? Are you a safe harbor, even for those who disagree with you?